So today we'll be just doing the speed test comparison between the newest and greatest from the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max with the Galaxy S25 Ultra, which is the greatest from the Samsung right now. And if you guys are maybe wondering like why the screen is so reflective on the Galaxy S25 Ultra, so it's because like I'm using the screen protector on top of it. On the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max, there's no protector, so it feels a little bit more reflective on the S25 Ultra and less reflective on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So we just start with the boot up test first. So we just go ahead and just boot up these devices. So we saw the Apple logo first, and we'll just see how this one goes. So Samsung was the first one to just open, and followed by the Apple. We just go ahead and just unlock these devices. So we have the fingerprint sensor on the S25 Ultra, and we have the Face ID on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. We just go ahead and just dive into the test itself. So you get to see both 6.9 inches of screen. So you get to see like both 6.9 inches of its screen, and these extremely beautiful displays over here. So we start with the first, we'll check like if there's anything open in the background, and there's nothing running in the background. So the idea for this test, like we'll be just going through these apps and we just see like how many apps are open at the end of the test, so we'll know like how much apps or like how aggressively each of these devices are killing the apps in the background. And obviously on the Apple 70 Pro Max, you get to see the A19 Pro chip, which is the latest and greatest chip from the Apple itself. So it's A19 Pro, 3 nanometer architecture. On the S25 Ultra, you're just getting the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, which is obviously a little bit overclocked version of the regular Snapdragon 8 Elite. Both have like 12 gigs of RAM. Apple have just boosted up the RAM this time to 12 gigs, so I'm so like Apple wouldn't be that much aggressive in terms of killing apps in the background. It's going to be the tough competition. So we'll start the test with the calendar first. So I think S25 Ultra was slightly faster than the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Then we'll open the calculator over here. I will just kind of give this a try. Slightly faster or snappier, I feel like on the S25 Ultra. We just go ahead and just launch the clock. Slightly faster on the S25 Ultra. Now we just go ahead and just launch the camera. Faster on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And now we just open the Pinterest. Okay, faster on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And now we will be just launching the App Store on these both devices. Okay, S25 Ultra was kind of like of instant, like it feels like the app was being open on the background previously, but it's not the case. Then we launch the InShot. So S25 Ultra is quite fast now. There might be the reason like Apple 17 Pro Max is obviously a new device. So Samsung feels like now Samsung like obviously like it's an older device, so it has like a much more optimized software for the hardware. So that might be the reason that is a little bit snappier. Now we just go ahead and just launch Chrome. Slightly faster on the Apple 17 Pro Max. We just open something and we see like how this one performs. So we'll go and tap on here. We just try to open the iPhone, then 17 Pro. So the animation was slightly better, like obviously it's better than on the S25 Ultra, and you get to see slightly better animation on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now we just check like how good the screens are. So Apple feels like the main difference that I'm noticing is obviously like the on the left it feels much more smoother. On the right you feel much more snappier. which is the S25 Ultra. So it depends upon the preference, like whatever you guys like with regards to the speed of this one. I'll just go ahead and just close this one. And now we'll be just testing out the speed test over here. That's faster on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now we'll be just testing out the speed of the iPhone 17 Pro Max with the S25 Ultra. I see like there has been a lot of improvements and lots of antennas on the 17 Pro Max that might just help, like as per my assumption, like it's going to perform better with newer modem on the 17 Pro Max. We just go ahead and just run the test first on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. So we are roughly seeing around 270 Mbps for the download and around like one around 200 range for the upload speed. Now we're just going to launch the test on the S25 Ultra. So we are seeing very similar speeds on both. Very minute difference, I would say. Like on both with the upload and the download, the S25 Ultra is slightly better than the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. So yeah, but that's very negligible kind of difference. But yeah, still it's like better. Now we'll just go ahead and just launch the YouTube app. So faster on the S25 Ultra. Now we just go ahead and just launch the Amazon. Faster on the S25. And now we just launch the Expedia. Okay, faster on the S25 Ultra. Followed very closely by the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now we'll be just launching some games and heavy apps, and we see how this one performs. So we'll just launch the Subway Surf first, which is like on the go kind of game. Obviously, the iPhone was the first one to launch this one, and now we'll just launch the Temple Run 2. Okay, that was faster on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now we just launch the Blood Strike. Okay, that's faster on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now I'm noticing like regarding the heavy apps, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is performing much better, although it's a newer device. And there are updates that yet to be launched on this one. But yeah, this one is like obviously better, slightly better than the S25 Ultra. Now we will be just launching the Call of Duty. Looks like very similar. Now we just launched the PUBG Mobile over here. So let's see which one. So I think the 17 Pro Max is the first one to open this one. It still is loading. And yeah, it's the 17 Pro Max that opened this one first. Yep, I think it's kind of a tie. And now we just go ahead and just launch the Asphalt Legends Unite. Okay, faster on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now we are just going to launch the CSR Racing 2. Looks like faster on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. Yes, it is obviously faster on the 17 Pro Max. Now we'll be just running the Car X Highway Racing. Very close to each other. Okay, faster on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. Okay, so now we'll be just launching the Viking Rise over here. Okay, that was a lot faster on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. On the game side, like it's performing pretty much nicely uh, on the Apple 17 Pro Max. Now we'll be just launching the last game, which is the Destiny Rising. Okay, so Apple 17 Pro Max was the first one to launch this game, and like way faster than the S25 Ultra. Yes, and we just check like what apps are like still open on each of these phones. Like we'll first try with the iPhone. Feels like it was open. Calculator. We have clock. Camera like feels it has been refreshed. Pinterest was open. I think the feed got renewed on the App Store. InShot was open. Alright, Chrome was open. Alright, the speed test was open. YouTube was open. Amazon was open. Expedia. Subway Surf got closed. Temple Run got closed too. Blood Strike got closed too. Call of Duty also got closed. PUBG also got closed. Asphalt, I think that's open. CSR Racing was open. Car X Highway is open. NFS we didn't run. Viking Rise is open. Destiny Rise is still open. Now we just try the S25 Ultra, like which apps are open. So we have the calendar open, calculator is open, clock is open, camera is open, Pinterest got closed, Play Store is open, InShot is open, Chrome is open, Speed Test got closed, YouTube feed got renewed, Amazon feed got renewed. I assume this was closed. Expedia was open. Subway Surf is open. That was closed on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Temple Run is running. Blood Strike got closed. Call of Duty is open. PUBG is open. Asphalt got closed. CSR Racing is open. CarX Highway is open. Viking Rise is open. Destiny Rise is open. So yeah, so most of the apps like got killed on the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the S25 Ultra. Like both have like 12 gigs of RAM. But one thing I'm noticing on these both phones, like the iPhone 17 Pro Max, like it's running really cooler. Like it's not even just warm enough. On the S25 Ultra, it just got too hot to touch. Like it's extremely hot. Like the temperature got rise for this one during this set, and I think the thermals on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max are working as far as it's concerned with the aluminum frame. So that's much more nicer with respect to the dissipation of the heat than the titanium frame. So that's where the Apple is currently working. I mean, the idea of the Apple is working, and now we will be just running out some tests on this one, which will be two tests based tests, like the Geekbench 6 and the 3D Mark. We'll be running the 3D Mark first, and we just close all the apps in the background right now to run fresh. All right, so we just launched the 3D Mark, and skip. So we will be starting the Wildlife Extreme test now on these both devices, and we'll see how this one performs on these both. Now there is some issue that the iPhone 17 Pro Max is taking so long to launch the test. Might be the app optimization issue, but yeah, we just wait and see how this one goes. Now you guys might be wondering why the iPhone is looking so much crisp. It's because there's no screen protector on the top of the iPhone, and Samsung looks a little bit flushed out because of the screen protector on top of it. And the colors are like more popping on the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now we have the score for the S25 Ultra, which is overall a score of 4408. Average frame rates that we got. So this was like a 4K test, and 26.4 was the average frame rate on the with the 4K game. The battery was like 48% to 48%, so there wasn't any drop in the battery. The temperature still remained same, 42 to 42 degrees centigrade. Frame rates were like 13 fps to 37 fps, so average frame rates being 26.4. Now the score on the iPhone 17 Pro Max is like way better, which is 5334, and average frame rate is 31.9 fps, which is more than the Samsung 26.4. And the battery dropped from 60 to 55%, like it shows. Not sure if that's correct because currently we have the 57%. The frame rate average, like the lowest was 20 and the highest was 44, which is higher than the uh, S25 Ultra. Now, obviously, like Samsung is way older device, around 7 months older, 6 to 7 months older than the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So we have to just wait for the S26 Ultra, and we see like what it brings and give competition to the 17 Pro Max. Now we will be just running the Geekbench 6 test over here, faster on the S25 Ultra. We just go ahead and just run the CPU benchmark test over here. And we just check out the scores on these. Alright, so iPhone 17 Pro Max have finished the test with the single core score of 3707 and multi-core score of 9604. We just wait for the Samsung S25 Ultra to finish the test. Alright, so we can see that the A19 Pro chip is significantly better in terms of the single and the multi-core score. You get to see the 2698 as a single score and 7917 as a multi-core score on the S25 Ultra, which is like a quite a lot of difference. Now we just go ahead and just run the GPU benchmark test on these both devices, and we see like which one performs better. Now the test has been completed on the iPhone 17 Pro Max with a 45,985 of GPU metal score, and we're just waiting on the S25 Ultra to finish the test, and we'll buy it then know like which one performs better. Now S25 Ultra has also finished the test, and like as can be seen, like there is a massive difference between the Apple 17 Pro Max and the uh, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And obviously, there is a difference between the GPU of these both phones, as can be seen from the test itself. Like both tests, like the 3D Mark and the Geekbench 6 tests, both are like having a more better scores on the Apple 17 Pro Max, mainly because of like it's a newer device. It's a much more capable GPU and CPU wise. Probably we have to just wait to the S26 Ultra to see like how what it brings on the table. However, in this case, like obviously, like Apple 17, iPhone 17 Pro Max is much more solid device. But like if we compare in the real terms, it just mainly comes onto the preference about which software or iOS do you prefer or firmware do you prefer. Like so, if you're the Apple guys, obviously, or if you're just logged into the iOS system, so obviously you would want to go with the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. And if you're just logged into the Android system or you're like more inclined towards the Android, so obviously this is the best you can have in the Android market, which is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Both are very capable softwares, iOS wise, very, very great if you're just more towards multitasking. And on the AI side, so obviously the S25 Ultra would be the choice. Now the thing that you guys have to see, like whether which device you have to get when it with regards to the pricing. So S25 Ultra usually comes on sale, but iPhone doesn't comes on sale. Like I've never seen like unless you're just connected to some carrier or something, you get carrier discounts or something. But if you're just buying out this device, so S25 Ultra would be the choice. Like that, you can just get sometimes coupons with the Samsung. There's discounts like on and off going on, but if you're just directly buying from the Apple, so you don't get such kind of discounts like the bigger discounts you get on the Samsung. So it's mainly like depends upon the pricing, like what you prefer, the firmware preference. Uh, Cameras are great on these both devices. Like you wouldn't be wrong with either of these devices. Apple is yet to see the upgrades on the iPhone 17 Pro Max because the newer device S25 Ultra is much more older device, so it got its maximum software upgrades and device has been optimized to the maximum. So you might want to just wait and see like what the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max has to offer with regards to the software optimization. So yeah, that was all for today. If you guys have any questions, you can just let me know down in the comments, and please like, share, and subscribe. That will be helpful for the channel. And thank you for watching again. Have a good day. Bye.